everybody, we're back. We had to stop a little early last time because I wasn't feeling too good. So this time I'm hoping to get some more progress done. So I've got me a drink, I've got me some popcorn, and we're gonna be doing it. Also, I hope you like that animal noise because it's gonna be going on for a long time.
Damnable racket of battle. Watch yourself. Even more of these crawling beasts are hiding in the underbrush. I'm Jolee. Jolee Bindo. Follow me to my camp and we'll talk a bit. Don't start fawning just yet. I'm too old for it. I know a few things, but we can talk about it at my camp. Keep close. It's nearby under a log. Yeah, I live like some burrowing rodent. I fought the Sith. Now look at me.
Yeah, this is Jolee. He's a crotchety old man. I wish I could kill those things. I do know I need a gland from one of them for Griff's quest, but I don't remember how to get it. Because apparently I can't just out and out stab them. They said a lot of things at the Jedi Enclave.
Well, welcome to my home, such as it is. Pull up a stump and be comfortable. We should discuss a few things. You'll have nothing but time if you don't take what help you can. I've been here for many years. I know things. Remember that. My days of glory are behind me, but perhaps there is something I can do for you. You must have questions.
I think Jolee has, in fact, sensed us. He's a crazy, crotchety old man, so...
Yes, among the Wookiees. Intriguing creatures. I like that they have little patience for bureaucrats. But of course, even here, there are hidden things that manipulate. Circle Corporation was smart to put him in power. He's as good at destroying Wookiee culture as dropping corpses full of Ardroxian flu. Will you work for him or against him, I wonder? I will be interested to see. Sure. How's this? Think for yourself. I don't care for politics. I'm big on letting people figure things out for themselves. The Wookiees have prophecies of deliverance if you ask them. But for now, they follow without hesitation. That is their wish.
Yeah, Jolee's gonna be an interesting party member.
Maddened with grief, perhaps, but not crazed. I helped him pass to the lower forest where only a Wookiee could follow. Some other matters will determine if you can follow. There is a barrier that, well, we'll talk of that more in a moment. It is a very unfortunate matter. It will end in shame and sorrow. You will find Rorwar down here, and more. I've witnessed a number of happenings, but I've left them for others to sort out.
He's just as annoyingly cryptic as any other Jedi, though.
I wasn't aware I had to be. Look, events like these reveal much about the people involved. I'm well past that introspective tripe. I'm not saying that outside help isn't needed, I didn't want to make anyone mad while I didn't have a way off the planet. We'll talk more about that momentarily. Fine, just be brief. Now, why would you be asking about that, Don't answer. I knew that had to be why you were here. The problems of a few Wookiees don't amount to anything before the concerns of the Jedi. No, you are here for the map. Kashyyyk is an interesting place, more so than anyone suspects. If Circle Corporation knew, the planet would be a strip mine. The Wookiees have their legends that they were not always here, but it is more than that. The trees themselves are strangers.
Okay, maybe he's worse than most of the Jedi. Then again, maybe not. Can you hear me okay over the constant chattering?
What I'm saying is that there are literally walls in your way, and you won't find what you need without my help. And my help has a price. You must do a task for me, and then allow me to join with you. I will then remove certain barriers in your path.
Okay, good. Like I said, unfortunately we're going to be dealing with that this whole time, so...
Since they began expanding in the Shadowlands, the Circa have left me alone for the most part. Until recently, anyway. A group of them set up camp not far from here. Poachers is all they are. I'd like them removed from this place. You presumably have a ship. I've seen all I wish to here. Isn't that enough? I mean, I'm really sick of the trees. And perhaps your destiny might show me something new. You never know.
Okay, so we're gonna rob the poacher. We're already gonna deal with the poachers, so I guess we can just rob them blind while we're at it.
They are not that far northeast of here. There's usually 5 in the area, as far as I can see. The captain of the lot is the one that earned my ire. Mishandle my garden, Willie.
Yeah, we're getting a Jedi hit because this dude mishandled his garden.
Good. Return to me here and we'll see how you have done. Shoot! Shoot!
Make of that what you will.
Malfunction. My primary motivators are in good force. Error. Damage terminal. Playback full. Playback.
I don't get it. That merchant said there was salvage down here. We need Matten to work the sensors.
Oh, hello.
Playback.
When he gets back, we'll... Wait, I'm getting something. Oh, good, it's Eli. Maybe he'll point us in the right direction.
Playback.
Eli, what are you... You got your money, you double-crossing snake. We had a deal.
Well, looks like you weren't too far off there, Pi.
Playback.
I don't get it.
Playback. Playback. Shutting down. Primary systems failure.
Looks like Pi was right on the nose about what he did to Matten's friends. Also, I think that little green number is HK regenerating health. Because if you recall, he can do that, and I am so immensely glad that he can. Did I already check this? Oh yeah, good point. No spoilers. I know what you mean. Well, let's run back and deal with that real fast. I don't think I can transit from here, can I? Nope. This, I think, is the main reason that Kashyyyk just kind of sucks. You cannot transit from anywhere. It is god awful. So yeah, sorry, we're gonna have to deal with the gripping experience of me walking all the way back and then walking all the way back here. Also, Gorwukin is hurt for some reason. I'm not certain why. I am not sure why it put BRB mode on when I was canceling the cutscene, but okay. It was literally on the other side of the map. That is fantastic. I feel like excuse me, I feel like Kashyyyk was designed last. Because there's just so much about it that's terrible.
How'd you like that?
Alright.
Right, efficiency at its best.
I'll try not to, I'll try not to worry about the BRB screen too much then. So I'd rather have that up for a couple... that coughing fit from earlier is still hurting me a bit. I'd rather have that up for a couple of seconds than have you just watch Cass, I assume, staring blankly at the wall. That being said, there was one thing that Maverick told me that I am so relieved to find out. A very important cutscene that's coming up is actually done in-engine. So that is one you will actually be able to see, and I am really glad. Also, notice that even though the Ebon Hawk is here, we don't get healed for coming back here anyway. I seriously think that they did this one last. There's just so many problems with this planet.
Hello again.
Valued until you... I think...
Hello again.
Valued you...
I have to talk to him through this way, okay. I'm gonna just be real careful here.
Hello.
Droid head? On Kashyyyk? Let me see that.
It's nothing. I'm certain. Just garbage from the forest floor.
Mere rubbish. It's DAO2, the repair droid from my ship. What was this doing in the forest? Eli, you snake. You said my crew jacked the ship without paying the repair bill.
Well, that is...
You sound
it's
far
not how
less
it
upset
looks.
than you should be
You
that
see,
your
a good
friends are
mechanic is
dead.
hard to find, and...
And what? I thought I owed you. You tricked them into the Shadowlands and killed them while I fixed your freighter in orbit.
Now keep your head, Matt, and it was just business.
That Thalian bog slime. Do you know I've been here 36 days slaving to pay a debt in good faith?
Apparently he ran off to the Shadowlands. Okay?
I have to admit, I'm surprised you let him get away. I don't know if I could have been as forgiving.
I will never understand you, meatbags. He cheated you and killed your friends, but you didn't terminate him when you had the chance.
Well, I could have shot out his legs and let him crawl around for a while, but I consider this far more merciful. I suppose it does. Maybe I should keep it up for a while on my own. I've no ship at the moment anyway. It'll probably take a while to convince Eli's suppliers that I'm the new boss. Eventually I'll buy my way off this rock. That's the idea. Actually, I should toss you a few credits for helping me out. Take them. Maybe even spend them here. Safe flying to you.
Kind of an annoying walk, but 500 credits is nothing to sneeze at. Especially because it's easy, it's just kind of lengthy. Did I mention I really love having heal now? Because, I really do. I really need to get another level, though, so I can start stacking the Force armor. Yeah, more importantly, a doomed Eli, because he apparently ran off to the Shadowlands. One thing that I find kind of sad is that I have the same... I wouldn't call it a problem, I guess, but the same issue I do here that I do in Dragon Age is that even if I do set up my character as a healer, in order to, like, properly not get them killed, I would have to always control someone else besides them. Rather than them being in a central party. Which, I like the way these games play, it's just kind of an unfortunate side effect of that. I sort of like that he's still here, even though there was supposedly something big and important going on he was going to. Okie dokie! Now time to actually deal with the poachers who messed with Jolie's, vegetable garden, I guess. It's so weird saying that out loud. Yeah, I think the reason Kashyyyk is so confusing to navigate, even though it's all straight paths, is that it's all straight paths, but everything looks the same. It's the same lighting, the same texture, the same, trees. It's the same everything. It's really disorientating.
You asked for this!
Oh! Fast.
How'd you like that?
Perfect. Just what I needed. Well, maybe. Yes. I need to put points into something that will get me more, skill points. Because if I'm going to keep Persuade max, but also start putting in stuff in security, I'm going to need more points. Horsepower, speed. Yes, that is the one I want. Intelligence. I'll put a point in intelligence next time and see if that helps. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Well, so it turns out this idealized guy was not so idealized. Apparently, we know very easily who this is. My intelligence is at 10 because I haven't put anything into it.
You asked for this!
I believe they, I believe I don't have to go deal with the Wookiee one right now. I think I can do that when we come back up. But Maverick can confirm or deny that for me. Right, but I'm not going to get 2 points unless I put 2 points into it, am I? I gotta start somewhere.
Who are you, another civil merchant like that Koros slime up on the docking ring? This is my territory. I don't make deals, and I don't persuade easily, so go back topside. Mess with my profits, and I'll see you dead. The crazy old fool is still alive. I suppose he's still upset that we don't all live in little homemade shacks like he chooses. I've got a job to do here, and there's nothing you or that old coot can do about it.
Alright, so it was only the Matin quest that I needed to do before finishing stuff up down here.
I could use an extra hand. A couple men have gone missing. If I lose many more, I'll have to close up shop. We are hunting the little symbols, the tack. They have a gland that acts as a stimulant when powdered. I figure I've got 2 or 3 wealthy to butcher the lot of them. You want in before I make them extinct? I really can't put a price. Depends on the market. I give fair value for each one, let's be sure. That promise will have to do. All right, then, I'll set you up. First you need... I'll spray you with this scent, and then you just carve them. I'd feel guilty if the money weren't so... Good.
Why did it suddenly freeze? I think I did that wrong. Yeah.
Who are you?
Blah, 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 blah.
Good.
They won't actually stop me. I thought they would, I thought they were going to stop me if I didn't agree, but I didn't realize he,
On it. Done.
outright did that. There's the glands I need for,
On it.
for Griff.
Done.
Maybe some more light armor for me. Alright, so let's see if I remember how to do this.
You want anything, you'll have... Why am I here? I'm just a... I'm not here. No more dangerous than walk. Good.
I don't want to do that because I'm fairly certain he's going to get blasted to death. I don't remember how to do this. I'm going to clear these out first so I don't accidentally trip them and hurt myself. The question is, how do I do that?
You want any... Why am I...
Oh, I bet I have to do this first.
They generate a sonic barrier. I don't know how it works, really. What of it?
Yeah, I have to go through this way.
I don't like being here, that's for sure. I suppose you could take this code and shut down the emitter I'm guarding. Enough of those emitters go down, and the...
Oh, I love Persuade.
You want any...
Also, Karth, you're kind of in my way.
I'm just... What do you want? I don't like...
I'm skipping through it because these are all the exact same conversation with the exact same voice, as a matter of fact.
What? Run! Run!
Well, I hope those guys sure can. I hope those guys can run fast. They're gonna need to. But yeah, I believe that's the light side way of getting them out. The dark side way is just force persuading them to run, which gets them shot down. Jolie was over here. Hello, you crotchety old man.
Welcome back. I wonder, have you had much luck? Have you done as I asked? Yes, I could feel it as you walked and I don't sense the smell of death on you. You spared them. Interesting. Wasn't there? I suppose not, but the environment would say otherwise if it could talk. No matter.
Well, then the environment can do its own killing.
I know where you want to go. I can get you through to the old paths. This forest hides some strange things. There's also a Zerka repulsor field blocking the way, past the poacher camp in the east. I saw it when it was installed, so I know how to pass it. And on the other side, ancient answers. And perhaps a Wookiee you are seeking. I hope he's in the mood for visitors.
Alright, so who should we kick out for Jolee? Because we have to take him with us. I still really like Carth, but at the same time, I'm also, really partial to HK. So what do you guys think? Alright. Carth can go get a shower. He probably needs one badly. Also, notice something interesting here. Have you noticed the interesting thing yet? What else are you working with? If you haven't, here's a comparison. Jolee is not light-sided nor dark-sided. Despite the fact that Jedi usually go very binary on it, Jolee is smack dab in the middle.
Never too old for this.
I actually really like Jolee. Oh yes, I'm sorry. Excuse my ignorance, Maverick. He is 5 points to the light rather than smack dab in the middle. Pardon my horrific misstep there. Yeah, Jolee is, I believe the term for it is a Grey Jedi. But I'm not sure. Hi, Yvonne.
Never too old for this.
But yeah, as I was saying, I believe Jolee is what's classified as a gray Jedi. I am not entirely certain. Maverick can correct me on that if that is needed. But I believe that is the term. Also, yes, it is 2 Jedi and a kill droid. It's the best party ever. We need to go back to the poacher camp. Let's see, what do we have to do? Done, we need to find him. Okay. That's very helpful, Maverick. Thank you for that. But what I was saying is that a Jedi that is only for a Force user that is neutral, that does not lean either towards the Sith or the Jedi, I believe they called a gray Jedi. Well, like, I'm not certain about that. I do not remember. I just know that Jolee's alignment is gray. He is not blue and he is not red.
Acknowledgement.
That's just really fun to do. I'm sorry.
I'm here.
Also, if you're wondering, yes, I am in fact saving these level ups for a little bit. I vaguely remember there being an unpleasant fight coming up. If I interact with this...
There, you
Yep.
see? Beautifully subtle, isn't it? At least compared to the other Zerka equipment dumped down here. It's only been here a short while, or the Wookiees would have disabled it. They wouldn't have had an easy time of it, though.
That's actually kind of a painful purple.
But there are others, each blocking similar points on certain paths. It is all very calculated, very precise. It would have been effective if it hadn't relied on the creatures to be walking. Climbers don't have much trouble getting around it. I can manipulate it for a moment. Let me see. How did the Zerka engineers do it? There we go. Now, keep moving. These are the most dangerous depths of Kashyyyk. A few surprises wait for us, I'll wager.
Also, he's not kidding. We need to be very careful here. Which means I'm actually going to save... do a hard save at the beginning, just in case something goes terribly wrong. Oh, what do we have here? Mandalorians, huh? Yeah, there's as far as I'm aware, this Wookiee can't die. I've actually sat back and watched him for a little while, and he didn't die. So apparently Mandalorians are causing trouble even here. And they've got stealth field generators. That's not good. Also, that is a hint. They will not show up until you unequip your weapons. The good news is that means that we can skip over the encounters if we don't want to do them. I believe you have just enough time if you do not unpause to put your weapons back on to fight them. I don't fully remember though. Whoa, he looks at poison! That is good to know. Is that another Wookiee? Oh, no, that's the one we saved. I think. No, wait. Is that the one we saved? No, it's not.
He's almost feral after all this time. Calm yourself, Freya. We are friends. Don't you remember me?
Oh, time to beat up a Wookiee.
Well, this may prove difficult.
Thank you, Jolie. Actually, you know what? And this is why buffs and debuffs are so wonderful.
That's when I first saw him. I helped his pursuers lose it for a moment. Do you remember me now, Freya?
I wonder which option we're gonna pick. kind of like pitiful little dogs, don't they? That's kind of weird that this is the recording they went with. We're 2 Jedi and a killer assassin illegal robot. I think we can handle it. Wookiees just kind of sound like abused puppies to me. Okay, so this armor is actually restricted to horsepower. I'm glad it doesn't restrict heal, at least. But I have nothing to replace it with. I have nothing to replace it with right now, so we're just gonna have to deal. We're gonna have to go without it. There we go, that should get Jolee, yep, 2 points. Yeah, we'll all do a... I will do a, I'll take a look at what we've got for armor when we get back to the ship. I don't think I have any Jedi robes, though, is the problem.
Take that!
I might have to steal Jolie's. Okay, 1, ew. 2, no. I would give him Basila's and then give, like, Basila armor or something. We will actually be using Jolee in Korriban. But that's because I find his remarks in Korriban incredibly hilarious. But I'll figure it out when we get there. If there's, at worst comes to worst, I'll go back to Dantooine and see if I can buy some robes there. Or if Maverick knows where there's some good robes, I can find. That will do too. Waiting for force points to regenerate. It's always so engaging. Oh yes, that's for the wherever the sacrificial spot is. Down here, I think. Yep. I can buy Jedi robes on Dantooine. That is what I thought. So let's see what we can get ourselves a set up here first. But I can't queue them up if
Yes?
Here we go. And Jolie's got everybody buffed. Yeah, I'm kind of skipping it so that it doesn't, the buffs don't wear off. But there we go. Let's see how this goes. Very well, as a matter of fact. Guhan's Journal and Circuit of Sarish. It actually went a lot better than I thought it was going to go, I'm not going to lie.
Let Lexi in a little bit, okay? She don't have any water or food out there.
For a horrible force-eating monster, it sure went down. It sure went down like a little bitch. Oh, interesting. Restricted to light side, not usable with Wookiees. Both the Sarish family of Terrace were once known as much for their arrogance and cruelty as for their vast riches and political power. But over the last century, many of the family have shown a strong affinity to the Force and been taken in for Jedi training. Foremost among these was Gunhan Sarish, heir to the family fortune. To celebrate Gunhan's acceptance into the Order, the father commissioned the crafting of a powerful headband, the Circle of Sarish. To prevent this spectacular gift from leading his son down the path of arrogance and pride, an all too possibility given the Sarish family history, the circlet was fashioned so that only one who is a true servant of the light can use it. The circlet was in Gunhan's possession when he disappeared shortly after the time of the Great Hunt. This is also the journal of the kids, so let's see. Sounds like his group completely fell apart. Alright. Actually, Jolie would probably be a little bit better if I actually gave him things to wear. Maybe. Also, it looks real ridiculous, but it's a really nice boost. Alright. So we need to go up this way. Because we need to finish down here before we go talk to, what's his face? The sad puppy Wookiee. Going over this way, then. Here's the Mandalorian, or at least one of the Mandalorian spots. We will get to that in a second. I'd like to get the star map before we try anything else. And here's another spot for the Mandalorians. This is interesting. There's a star map.
Ready.
First and foremost, though, these are making me nervous.
I'm here.
Oh, we found it. That's good, right? That's a little unfortunate.
Life forms detected. Determining parameters. Initiating neural recognition.
Yes, there's the thing. Obstinate machine. I've no doubt it holds what you seek. But good luck getting it operational.
Primary neural recognition complete. Preliminary match found.
Match found? What the... It always muttered something about rejected patterns for me.
Begin socialized interface. Awaiting instruction. Greetings. This terminal has not been accessed for quite some time.
I wonder why. Also, the fact my model is completely frozen is a little bit, creepy.
Error. Subject displays unfamiliarity to environment. Behavioral reconfiguration will be needed before access. I am sorry. I did not mean to confuse you. I will answer questions to the best of my programming limitations.
Also, I moved the mic a bit. Can you hear me a bit more clearly now?
I have been programmed with a very limited field of knowledge, and I must restrict access to only those that fit my allowed pattern.
Okay. I think I'll start wearing it here, then.
I can't say. I will try to bring forward the behavior that you need to proceed, as outlined by my programming.
Well, I'm sure you could hear me earlier. I just know it's a little bit faint. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it not that. But it is now giving me some troubles. There.
I can't say. Preliminary matching allows for you to be coached. I can't say. Likelihood of restriction by previous user, 100%.
This thing is super helpful.
Accessing? Yes, I have found a star map in original system memory. Access is restricted. Error. Data regarding author of the star map is corrupted. Your request requires additional security access. You must be made to match the parameters I have been supplied. Then you are not worthy of further access. You will be rejected as unsuitable. Information unavailable. If you have further questions, ask them now. Access will terminate with success.
And I don't think I can back it. I don't think it's letting me back out to save, so...
There are measures available. With that, I will...
Alright, I saved before, so...
Evaluation commencing. Result will be compared against the pattern in memory. Just act like you should. You travel with a Wookiee and have encountered complications. Hypothetical. You and this Zalbar are captured and separated. If you both remain silent, 1 year in prison for each of you. However, call Zalbar a traitor, and he will serve 5 years, while you serve none. He is offered the same deal. But if you both accuse the other, you both serve 2 years. What do you do? What do you trust him to do?
Ah, it's the prisoner's dilemma.
I hear what happens on Kashyyyk. Are you sure? If you turn, you risk 2 years, or none at all. If you reply on loyalty, you risk 1 year, or 5. Your loyalty is dangerous. Your companion could take the opportunity to benefit by turning on you. Zalbar's family is mired in treachery. What loyalty do they know? Your answer is incorrect. I must match your behavior to the pattern in memory. You must answer truthfully, knowing the consequences. I must demand honest acceptance of the proper behavior. That is a condition of my programming. That information is not available to you. It is the pattern that I have been given as a baseline for security access.
Interesting. I'm have to just say this and see what happens.
The previous incorrect response will be discounted. Future incorrect responses will result in rejection. Hypothetical. You are at war, deciphering an intercepted code. You learn 2 things about your enemy. A single spot in their defense will be at its weakest in 10 days, and they will attack one of your cities in 5 days. What do you do with this information? What is the most efficient course of action?
I'm so tempted to take this. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Implied threat matches pattern in memory, but the subject has failed to demonstrate required recognition. Access denied. This system will purge the subject as false. Defense mode initiated.
Cass is willing to play along, but only if it's not with stuff that is very clearly rigged. She kind of draws the line there. Wouldn't you?
Ready.
Yes?
Toys officially
Now you'll get it.
That's game. What? Why? Yeah, why were you glitching me as stuck? That was a little odd. Well, that would have gone flawlessly if it wasn't for that weird glitch. And HK will be fine. We'll just give him some time to regenerate.
Neural scan complete. Analyzing. Well, it would appear initial assumptions about you were incorrect. Secondary scans during battle have revealed much. Under duress, your emotions were easier to read. Programming now instructs that I give you what you seek. That information is not available. Soon you will recognize the proper course to follow. The star map is yours. This unit has now completed its primary duty and has finished with the subject. Executing final action. Activation of star map commencing. Parameters reset. Stasis initiated. And communication.
Well, well, a star map. An ancient artifact of dark side power. Can't say I'm surprised. I always knew there was something funny down here. I wonder if the star map has had an effect on the evolution of the creatures here in the Shadowlands. Might explain why it's so dangerous down here. Interesting theory, but I suppose we don't have time to test it now, do we? Now that we've got what you came for, we should be heading back up to the treetops.
Night, Maverick. Also, am I the only one hearing the creepy screeching in the background here? Alright. So now we've got some Mandalorians to clean up. I believe I only need to unequip my weapons. I don't think I have to unequip everybody's. I think it's just the leads. So we'll find out.
And you need?
I'm here.
This is also why I needed the purple ones for stuff like this. Okay, no, I guess it's everybody's.
What?
Yeah, there we go. And the Mandalorians pop up. Luckily, when it paused, and we picked up another purple lightsaber somewhere, so I don't actually know which one is mine. This one is. What about the other two? HK had this, and Julie had the one green one. So you just re-equip yourself and then get to beating the crap out of them. Also, it killed our buffs for some reason.
They added
Okay. Do that, and then focus on that one. If he is still alive. I love seeing that!
Oh!
There's just something so satisfying about seeing them force pushed right on their ass. Going in Datapad 2, huh? This quest is in the Mandalorian language. A stump disabled the disablers on my swoop. I request parts before the system fail. If the generator goes, my blending field will stop working and I'll be visible to our prey. Ooh. So check out the swoops over there. So apparently none of them are actually very happy about using, fighting like this. So Jolee, get out of my way. Get out of my way. There might be something I can fiddle with in the swoop bikes over here. Okay, so where was the other spot he said to look? Let's see if we can find him again, because I do not remember where he said the other spot was. And he's not gonna tell me. That's just fantastic. I thought I needed to put something into that bike, though. Oh, maybe this is the other one. I bet this is the other one, actually. I didn't even see these corpses when I first walked by here. One of these should drop the thing I gotta plug into the swoop bike. Also, I'm not sure why that one started out hurt. As usual, get Jolee to buff up. HK will start by stunning 2 of them. And we'll see what we can do about this one. We are gonna have to pop a some repair. Yeah, there we go. Swoop bike thing. We're gonna go ahead and pop some repair kits on HK though. We got enough to spare. Also, where the hell did these things come from? They were not here when I... What the fuck? They were not here when I walked this way the first time. Okay, the bikes are over here. Now I'm going to take a brief moment to go to the bathroom and let the dog in while my force points regenerate, because we will just be standing here anyway, so I might as well get something done. And I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. It looks like the Mandalorians didn't ambush us while I was away, while Cass was staring at the webbing up there, drooling on herself.
You have interrupted our hunt, interloper. The inhabitants of this world can do little against us, but you appear to be a threat. Our training here will continue without your interference.
Yeah, somehow I don't really think so. I have this just weird old hunch you're not actually going to be able to stop us. I mean, it's so weird, right? I wonder why.
Let's do this.
Jolie, did you?
Yes.
Did Jolie seriously delete what I told him to do for a minute there? Because I'm honestly going to be kind of upset. I can't be stunned anymore, so that's nice. I really need that stasis. Where is it? I'm gonna start working on stasis first, I think. Because I am gonna need that crowd control.
I'm here.
Let's see what you got.
He stunned Jolie, then I stunned him. Mandalorian helmet, Ripper, armor reinforcement, battle armor. Well, we found something for Canderous. Alright. So going back up this way. Hey, we got something for you. What did he give us? Nothing I can tell. Probably the Akani Viro blades. What he probably gave us. I need to keep at least I need to keep at least a couple of swords on hand in case we run against somebody using energy shields, so that I can swap out the Jedi weapons for that if it becomes necessary. Okay, so we have, in fact, finished everything we can do here. Stop stabbing me with your sword, and I will. It's still so pathetic sounding. And we gotta walk all the way back. Because of course we do. I kind of wish I had a song stuck in my head because at least then I could sing on the way back, but whatever I was humming earlier fell out of my head. I don't even remember what it was. Yeah, like this is why I consider Kashyyyk terrible. I mean, but you can probably already guess what's going to happen. I think it is they wanted to block you from being able to warp in areas where you had to fight. The problem is the way they designed it, that's the entirety of Kashyyyk. And even before you can actually pick a fight, well, no, that doesn't work because in a lot of hostile areas, especially on Taris, I could warp back. So I literally don't know why they decided just randomly one day, no, you can't warp back here. I like Kashyyyk. I like the idea of Kashyyyk, but oh my good god, the lack of teleporting just makes it awful to play through. This is honestly a planet. If there was a mod to skip it, I'd install it in a heartbeat because I just do not like this planet at all. Yeah. Angry Wookiees. You know, what else is new? No.
Yes.
Ready. That's not... Okay.
Not this again!
Let's do this.
Also, if you're wondering what popped up when I accidentally had HK talk to me, it said HK-47's combat systems have been activated. This doesn't seem like a good time to talk to him, which I always found kind of funny. Alright, time to walk all the way to the village. Yay! And you are still here. Oh, that's why. You actually have a purpose now. You at least get a teleport here. Oh, crapes. Leaving Zelmar here was a bad idea. Yeah, I'm not talking this one out. Not when that one dude has been selling his people into slavery. Actually, yeah. I don't care if this is not the exact right light side choice. He's a slaver. Stab him in the face. Again, not all that scared of ya, buddy. Well, it won't be as long as Jolee actually does what I tell him to do. He's not really animating, which is a little strange, but okay.
What?
Well, hello.
Never too old for this. I think we've glitched into his father's body.
yeah, you can. I have no idea what happens if you talk it out. Because I've never done that. Because Chundar is a fucking slaver! I've never once wanted to actually, like, talk this out. It is unfortunate that no one, no outsiders we welcome on Kashyyyk for a while, but I kind of think that's probably a good thing for a little bit. Not forever, but for a little bit. 'Cause again, you know, fucking slavers. If you want to be technical about it, a Jedi would. They're supposed to be true neutrals, so they would still talk it out. But it's... Why? Why would you ever do that? I mean, I get siding with Chundar if you're an evil bastard, but... Why would you talk it out? That makes no sense. The thing about Jedi is they're supposed to be... It's not supposed to be a good thing. They're supposed to be true neutral. So like if you have two sides who are fighting, you bring them in. If you have if you have even good and evil, they're supposed to come in to bring the evil back to good, essentially. I assume that if you talk it out, you actually Chundar is punished for his crimes and Zerka is ejected or something, and it doesn't go down quite as bloody, but it's not always a good thing. Because keep in mind, they want you to repress every emotion. You're not even allowed to love somebody else. They're not meant to be the paragons of perfect good.
This will end in sadness. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, I missed what that last part was. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, buddy. I'm sorry. That's admittedly one of the things that I don't like, is building up somebody to an ideal when they have done something horrible. It might seem like a good idea to spare feelings, but a lot of times if a person has done something horrible, they showed it in every aspect of their life in some way. Especially if it's family, I think. I don't like the phrasing of that, but I do want to... interesting.
I urge you caution. This may seem like the right path to follow, but you do not know these people as I do.
Well, you want to tell me why, Julie? Well, I have a save outside, I think, so... Let's try it. I'm sorry, but this seems like the right thing to do. That's all the more reason, though. I don't know what to pick. Like, that's all the more reason to get rid of to prove that their hero was false, because I don't know what to pick. What is there's no good option here. I have to go with the gut instinct. I have to go with what's true.
Painful end, but perhaps it is the right thing to do. We shall see.
I feel like it is. Having someone to look up to is important, but worship like that, if your hero falls, it needs to be told. Otherwise, the same path can be followed, even unintentionally. Yeah, but you didn't kill him, though. Whoa. That's also why I wanted to do that, because you have enough to worry about with the slavers. It didn't feel good though. It did feel like the right thing to do, but it didn't feel good. You think it was a good choice? Items lost. What did I lose? Oh, so there's a dude named Comad here who just popped out of existence. Did you see that? Looks like Matt got his butt out of here, and fast. wonder if there is a dark side choice there, personally. It did feel like the good choice. It definitely felt like the good choice, but you do have to admit the wrong choice was not inherently wrong. It is understandable why he would want to leave their hero idealized. I just don't think that's the proper way to do things. But what do I know? Again, I've never gone that route. I did like the fact that that was incredibly... that neither side was correct. That is the dark side choice. It's dark side because you're choosing to lie to perpetuate the image of somebody. So it just, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And yeah, the Wookiees will freely let us come back because we helped them out. They'll keep an eye out, but they won't stop our ship from coming. Because they like us. Alright. So the first thing I want to do is see what we've got to work with here. And I actually do have some armor. Look at that. My microphone is being finicky. There. We still don't have anything for Bastila. She's still just in clothes. Alright. Carth is gonna be mad, but I take you out more than I take out anybody else. I don't think we didn't get any upgrades for HK. He's fine. Actually, I want to take those off. Really? Okay, so that was not me. For some reason, randomly, if you take stuff off of people, it duplicates itself. I don't have any idea why this is a thing that happens. It's just a thing that happens. I don't... 411. But I don't got a clue why that is a thing that happens. It just is a thing that happens. Also, we'll give Zalbar those. I still don't have any intention of using him, but... It's his blade. He kind of deserves to keep it. Also, I have not gotten that feat for Juhani yet. For Carth, though, didn't we? Yeah. There you go. Alright, so I did believe I checked, and Carth does, in fact, have better... everything, really. Alright. What about you, Canderous? 4 to 13. Yeah. So we didn't get much. If you're wondering why I'm checking, it's because sometimes, is because sometimes there are, in fact, some lightsabers you pick up do in fact have upgrade crystals in them, and my mic is messing up again. Stop that. So it's worth checking the lightsabers before you sell them to make sure that they don't have something already in them. And that's still upgraded in case we need to go back to that. So all of our stuff is top upgraded with that. So let's see what we can learn by, let's do our rounds and talk to people. How does that sound?
Yeah, what do you want? I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We raised whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake. But the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
Let's see if I can get it to pinch down a bit harder here while Canderous talks. I'll just fiddle with my mic, see if I can get it to stand still.
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition. I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later. Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something...
I do not believe that we have... This is an interesting robe. I do not believe that we have talked to Canderous enough to trigger his thing, unfortunately.
Hey there. No, any...
Alright. So we got those spikes in case my security ends up being too low. Again. I believe Jolee is... Where is Jolee? I don't remember where he took... I think he took up residence over here? Yeah, for some reason he's over here in... I guess my room?
Got something on your mind? I suppose I could whip up something, well, not to say that you go leaping into the path of blaster fire.
Yeah, for some reason, for Jolee, he'll, I believe he'll exit out of the conversation once he makes you one. So you have to continuously talk to him about it. But we can't, Let me see if I can give Karth something a little less, Sure. That's not much better, but it's better.
Yes, what's on your mind? I already told you, he betrayed us all. Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it. It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time. Of course not, how could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them. And I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left. She had courage, and she was stubborn. A little bit like you in that respect. Never talked her out of anything once she put her mind to it. And she hated it when I signed back onto the fleet at the start of the war. I had planned on leaving soon, to join her. His name was Dustil, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, that's the story, for what it's worth. I've never talked about it before to anyone. Suppose it's time I finally did.
How can I help? Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity, given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Tal Ravan, as all Padawans do. My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged. Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly. Like all who join the Order, I've learned to embrace the life I've chosen. I had to let go of my attachments to my family. It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time. Very close. I was only a little girl when I left my family, but I still remember him fondly. He was kind and gentle and doted on me. My mother, however, was different. I was not on good terms with my mother. I was only a little girl when I left, but I was old enough to resent her and the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships, traveling from one false lead to the next. She whittled away my father's entire fortune, and I hated her for it. I think she was relieved to give me to the Jedi, but my father was heartbroken. A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this policy. A Jedi must do what is needed, personal desires notwithstanding. Love can only obscure and confuse the matter. Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart. We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission.
I believe that is Bastilus' fifth talk as well. But with Maverick not here, I am not entirely certain. No, we need to go back to Tatooine. Because we've got something to give Grith. Uh-oh. This don't look good.
Calo Nord is dead, Lord Malak. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malak?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend.
Also, I love that it took them this long to realize Calo Nord was killed. I'm pretty sure I murdered him like a planet ago, guys. Okay, come on, that was just unnecessary. Do you know how much repair work that's gonna take?
Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a jerk. So luckily, thanks to Maverick, I know that Karth's thing can trigger here on Korriban. Let's see. Yeah, you see, it didn't tell me how many dialogues I've had, so I don't really know how many I have left to go to trigger it. And since it's very specific about where it can trigger, I'm not very certain. I might go on Dantooine and go in and out and see if I can get him to pop up.
What?
Oh, okay.
Carth Onesi, is that you?
Jordo?
It is you, isn't it? I knew it when I laid eyes on you. You old space dog. How've you been? I thought for sure you'd be fighting on some ship out there.
I was. I crashed.
That's pretty rich. I can't imagine what it would take to keep you on the ground. Must have something to do with your pretty friend here, hey? How do you do, miss?
Okay, number one, I actually thought Carth's remark was pretty funny. Number two, I just realized how bad an idea this outfit is here.
So what are you doing here, Jordo? Last time I saw you was on, well, Telos, actually.
Yeah, it's a shame about home. Telos still hasn't recovered. The family and I moved on, and I'm working for Zerka now. I didn't see you after... what I mean is, my condolences on your wife. I heard what happened. At least your boy made it through all right.
My boy? You mean Dustil?
Yes, of course. I saw him at my last stop on Korriban, though he didn't recognize me. You didn't know he was there?
No. Jordo, Dustil's been missing since the attack on Telos. Are you absolutely certain it was him?
Yeah, I'd recognize Dustil anywhere. Positive. He's joined the Sith, Garth.
What do you mean he's joined the Sith?
There's an academy for the Sith on Korriban. He's a student there. I saw him suited up in their outfit and everything. Sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I didn't. Well, thanks for telling me, Jordo.
Sure, no problem. Good to see you again, Carth. Hope everything works out with Dustil.
Dustil is alive. We have to go to the Korriban Academy and find him. Thank you. I just have to see him. I have to know what happened to him. All this time I thought he was... I mean, he must be a man by now.
So yeah, Carth's is a little bit more complicated than Missions is.
What?
But this is why we're doing Korriban next, and we're going to be holding off on Manaan until last. So Griff wasn't here.
You're back! I knew you... Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Torresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf. From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. And once we've cornered the market on Torresian ale, good things will be heading my way. Then I'll make it up to you, Mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Torresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of 100 credits and... Hey, don't worry, you'll get your credits. You don't know much about business, do you? When an opportunity like this comes along, you have to jump at it. Come on. It's your loss. I better get started brewing that ale. Meet me back here later and I'll give you a down payment on what I owe you.
And by later, he means we just walk out and walk back in. Also, Griff glitched a bit.
I don't like the sound of this.
Oh, of course he did.
Papa ki mulira kunkin. Changwaba chinyo shangwi chama ucha wish uyong kun. Just grunky to patslimo. Chi itakanki chana kilikon. Hinbam. Just grunky to patslimo. Chi itakanki chana kilikon. Hinba mulira tonaji.
Damn it, Griff. Won't you ever learn? How can my own flesh and blood be so stupid?
Chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira slimo poi.
As you can see, mission was removed from our quest. Because we're done. Yeah, so that, I kind of like this quest in that there's not a satisfactory ending because Griff is not a good person. All you can do is just accept that he is going to ruin his own life. And you just can't go down with him. So we'll get back up and we'll talk to Mission. And see how she feels about all this. Also, I'm just going to get rid of these things. They're always in the way. Alright, mission is over here, I think. Yep.
Hey there. I want to thank you for helping me, Griff. You did everything you could for my brother. More than most people would have. I know it might look like it didn't make any difference in the end. Griff's in debt and on the run like usual. But at least I know we tried to help him.
You know what, yeah.
Don't worry. I see all Griff's faults plainly now. None of us is perfect, but I realize he's a little less perfect than most. My brother is what he is, but I've learned to deal with that. I'll never forget that he looked after me when I was just a kid, but I don't feel like I owe him anything anymore.
That's very good. That is very good, Mission. That's the best way to take it, in fact.
I've made my peace with Griff and what he means to me. If he ever shows up again, I'll deal with him. But I'm not going to dwell on my brother anymore. It's time to move forward. So, is there anything else you need?
Nope.
Okay.
So we are completely done with Mission now. So let's see. I believe we weren't very far with Juhani, so I'll go ahead and talk to her at least now.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We Cathar do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine, I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate.
Wow. That's kind of terrible.
Yes, it was. I find it difficult to speak of those things. I do not want to live that way ever again. And here, it seems different. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. Needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you. Yes, and that is my point. I find it difficult to explain. It is so different from what I am used to. Just thank you for accepting me.
And Juhani's a sweetie. Well, I'm going to take us back to Dantooine and see if I can trigger Bastilas. I think Dantooine is over here, yeah. And I got another of these.
Incoming fighter!
slow this turns, too. Worst minigame. I hate it so much. It's so terrible. Oh, the game better not have frozen on me. I'm gonna be so upset. Okay. I actually got it to behave, thank goodness. It was apparently hung up on the after cutscene. So tabbing in and tabbing out forced it to refresh that. But yeah, that is an awful minigame. It is so awful. I hate it so much.
What can I do?
Am I just on the wrong planet, or can I not trigger it with Bastila yet? I don't really want to go forward because I want to get at least everybody's started before we actually start working on Corbin.
Yeah, what do you want? We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us. The Sith had gone, retreated into their empire. They sealed themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. We thought it would be centuries before they'd come back. It's amazing that they could rebuild their fleet so fast. But at the time, it looked like the galaxy was in our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars. It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Alright, so I just want to note right there, that's actually a very major error. The subtitles are correct, Canderous' voice is not. Revan's gender is supposed to be ambiguous. Revan is canonly Revan does have a canon gender, but that's not stated until later. In this game, Revan's gender is supposed to be ambiguous. So I just wanted to point out that the reason Canderous' lines say he is because way after this game came out, some comic, I guess, confirmed that they intended Revan to be male. I've never been fully clear on what the problem is, but in the actual games, in Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2, Revan is not supposed to have a canon gender. It's intended for Revan to be ambiguous, to add to the mystique, like that background character you hear about that is never stated to be male or female, so you can fill in the gaps yourself, stuff like that.
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else?
Actually, thinking about it, I believe, my best guess is they had Canderous' lines recorded before they decided, oh, actually, let's make Revan, ambiguous, because that will make them more mysterious. Which, like, that's my best guess as to why Canderous' lines specifically say he. But yeah, for this game and the next, Revan's gender is not stated. It can be either of them. We don't know what their actual gender is, so just keep that in mind.
Got something on your mind? You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgot what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an Ulleran mating season. Ugh, frightful. Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing? I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha.
Like I said, Jolee is a crotchety old man, and God do I love him.
No, but it could be. An Anduvian salt tablet would clear that right up, you know. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vex was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was. I did. Just because someone has the Force swirling about them doesn't always mean they have a great destiny. But it doesn't hurt to check it out. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall. I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring. Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand. Swirling Force, remember? Jedi here. Granted, I was just interpreting the signs, but we get trained in that sort of thing, more or less. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too, or this could have just been gurgling noises. Well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing. Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you? Well, hey, the chances may not be great, but but one has the opportunity to see something like that twice in a lifetime. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Yeah, I really like Jolee. So he is going to be incredibly, he's going to be like, you know those like old wise mentors in RPGs that are very cryptic and always kind of talk in metaphors? He's going to be doing that, except rather than being serious about it, he does that to fuck with you, and because he finds it hilarious.
How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zahn. I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable, but I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for. I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly? One who serves the light does not strike down an innocent. We take arms against the dark side and the injustice that follows it only. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side, but I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Was it me, or did Bastila just do the Force Persuade little hand wave there? Also, Jesus fuck, Bastila. The way you keep harping on about it, it's like you're afraid we're gonna immediately go jump a ship and join Malak or something. Alright, I believe if I go to another planet and talk again, I can get them to tell me more. Seriously, Bastila seems terrified of this, don't she? Again? I hate this minigame! Already, my hand is hurting. It's so sluggish to turn. Seriously hate that. Good God.
How can I help?
I probably have to actually like step out and then step back in to trigger it. I don't think she is gonna trigger it. Nope. I guess we'll just fly back and forth between Kashyyyk and Tatooine, or in Tatooine. And see if we can get it to actually, like, kick in.
Yeah, what do you... The war we had with the Republic was supposed to be the most glorious battle in our history. But it was a very costly one. I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it. There weren't many of us after that last battle. Mandalore himself was killed at the hands of the Jedi Revan. The best of us could not defeat him. After that last battle, those of us that survived were stripped of our weapons, our armor, and our basilisks. Revan's forces destroyed them while we were forced to watch. Those who hadn't fled earlier were left with nothing to call their own. No weapons, no armor, only the honor of having fought in the battle we just lost. For many, this was not enough. While the rest of us were sent into exile on the Outer Rim, they tried to relive the old days, raiding worlds. They're nothing more than bandits now. Yeah, I came to Taris. And forcing for Davik was not stimulating. The gangs on Taris and Davik's rivals were trash. They give no thrill in battle, no honor or glory in defeating them. It was like stepping on bugs. I sought worthy challenges, but the best that Taris could offer were nothing to me. But I think now, with you, I may finally find opponents worth fighting. Maybe later I'll tell you more about what it was. Is there something?
Alright, so I do think I think I'm one discussion away from triggering Canderous. What about Bastila?
How can I help?
I might be done with Bastila, actually. Also, sorry, I know this isn't very riveting, but I'm tired of not being able to talk to Johnny. Something triggered. Pathing errors, that's what triggered.
Bugra shak kunti chiwa mchawa dong abuk shami nonok.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
Bona na kachu kicha badwang wanga kum kiba bu mulera kakin chak nawagawa bakon.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon wana kumbes chi pala mulak tonki pa nagnonek tu nik.
My mother's condition.
Ti umpa dop untakrita ak ti konto ona chaba chisa wanki ti toki grantu kon chip chan kun green kancha.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did you say anything about my father?
Genchopa chawi tikchok twis yun kun watu yama kama wona henak nek bugra shak kunti chiwa mchawa dong abuk sham.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
Chika don mulaka wata yumaka wamahona nek ashanti dun.
Thank you for informing me. I really must be going now.
Because Tatooine is the best place for somebody sick, right?
It seems my mother's been looking for me. Strange. Should we get the opportunity, could we look for her on Tatooine? It's important enough that my mother was attempting to seek me out. Perhaps it has something to do with my father. Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she is really sick, well, we shall see.
So that's Bastila's triggered. And if it holds...
Yeah, what do you want?
Can we trigger Canderous's now? Or do I actually need to talk to him about Davik? It's looking like I need to talk to him about Davik, which shouldn't be hard. We have to go to Tatooine anyway. I don't think I talked to Jolee. Let's see if he'll spout up anything else to make fun of us with.
Got something on?
Yep.
No, I never did I? Elusive? Me, elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderon Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on. To bed. I'm old and tired, you know. How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask? There. Now, was that so hard? An old man has to be allowed some petty eccentricities. Nice to see you agree for once. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
Jolee? I believe so, yeah.
Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you, but... I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
Actually, I kind of want to know what's up with that dark thing. And yeah, I don't know why I don't know why I said Jolee. I definitely have leveled more than 6 times since we got Canderous. Remember, we got him like around level 5. I think level 17.
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. That can't be all bad. Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day. Nonsense. If I ever refused to help you when you asked, how confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
You're the one confusing me, old man! I think I have one more dialogue with Canderous before it'll open up, so we'll just pop to Kashyyyk, I guess. If it triggers anywhere but Tatooine. No, I'm not sure, but I took him out on Dantooine by himself and nothing triggered. And you said that it would trigger anywhere but Tatooine. So, we'll find out.
Yeah, what
He's level 13. I know we've leveled at least 6 times since we got Canderous. It's somewhat random if it does trigger. Okay.
Yeah, what?
Well, he's not giving us any more, dialogue, so it's gotta be ready to trigger. What else have we finished? It may appear in any of these. Let's save and go see what's up with Yavin. The thing about it is when you finished everyone else's, it's force triggers it. Like, you can't not trigger it if you're walking onto the... if you're going to the right area. That's why I'm so confused.
Yeah, what are you... You're...
Alright, so what's up with this place? There doesn't seem to be a whole lot here.
Achua Penki, Yun Patisa, Kichuba Jikotka Naga, Kingu Mwap, Ki Mulira Kun King, Tong Hi. Achua Penki, Yun Patisa, Kichuba Jikotka Naga. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inko tune chuna mori ra tangi diska dosoki kopa bono nakachu labora na wi tong hitwama agi inko tune potong hit tong hitwama agi inko tune potong hitwama ji akcha chiska diska dosoki kopa bono chiwi aita Ichuta.
Well, this is an interesting place.
Opa na ota vokasa, pampa ki mulira kun king. Achua pengti, yun pa.
Sure.
Chiwa aita kang ki jiyokaku. What
is going on here?
Achua Pengti, Yun Patisa, Tichuba Kakin Cha Nawabakaon, Bagwa. Kakin Chiwi Aita, Chiwa.
Okay, I'm getting kind of bored. Just tell me, just give me what you got, dude. I'm already kind of bored with this discussion. So apparently this is just, dang, that's one heck of an implant. So I guess this is just a lure spot in a vendor. Which, okay. And I'm getting hung up on HK again. That happens an alarming amount. Not really sure what... Maybe there's other stuff if I look around. Okay. I guess not. Alright, I guess we're done here then. Does Canderous need someone else in the party to trigger it, or what is going on here? But I mean, like, we got Canderous at the same time we got Bastila. So if I can get hers, I should be able to get his. And I'm confused as to why it's not...
Got something up.
I think I'll bounce to Dantooine, check it, bounce to Tatooine, check it. And if it still hasn't triggered, I'll just do Bastila's.
Did I say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older. Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you?
I won't you questions ever again.
Well, that's a relief. Maybe... Got something. Ask...
Tunnels are triggered by level ups. So why isn't...
Yeah, what are you...
So I've emptied his conversations. So why isn't his quest triggering? This is what's bothering me. Let's go to Dantooine again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Stupidest fucking minigame! And I can't see shit. Don't Google too far. I don't want you to spoil anything. Make sure to put in like spoiler free or something. Alright, we'll go to Tatooine and see if it works there. Actually, since I'm here, I'll go bother Jolee again.
Got something up.
I might not actually not be able to talk to Jolee. I don't think I've leveled up enough. Alright. Again!
Incoming fighters!
Twice in a fucking row! Ugh! When we're done here, I'm seeing if there's a mod that removes these stupid pieces of shit. I know it's not the Juhani glitch because I triggered Bastila just fine. And we're nowhere near that far with Juhani. Whoa. Hi. Helena must be your word for pit rancor.
Her mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
You look like he actively moved the camera there.
We should try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
Well, that's a promising start. Going to a place I didn't trigger one recently. That's Kashyyyk, but I've been to Kashyyyk. Like, I triggered Karthsa here in Tatooine, I triggered Bastila's in Dantooine. I went to Kashyyyk like twice with Canderous though, and it didn't pop up. Alright, tell you what, wait, I think I overshot the cantina. Where is it? Right behind me. I'll tell you what, let me finish Bastila's thing and I will actually Google it myself so that you don't have to worry about the spoilers. And see if I can figure out what's going on here. So Helena, over here it looks like.
Yeah. I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way? Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Oh, don't be insulted. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Well, that went, You know, for a Jedi practicing not getting super angry, Bastila, you sure sounded pretty pissed off. Alright, let's see what we can go find.
So, Bastila.
Oh, hello.
I heard a rumor that the Vulkars captured you without much of a struggle. It must be embarrassing to be bested by a handful of street thugs.
There were extenuating circumstances. And I can assure you, it took far more than a handful of Vulkars to subdue me.
I have to.
Whatever you say. All I know is that if we had more Jedi like Bastila fighting against us in the Mandalorian
Canderous, your face is glowing red.
Bold talk from a broken-down mercenary who was serving at Davik's heel. I'd call you his pet Cathhound, but they have enough loyalty not to turn on their masters.
Insults?
Seriously, you're
Maybe
glowing.
if your master had trained your lightsaber to be as quick as your tongue, you could have escaped those Vulkars, you spoiled little Jedi princess.
I was not spoiled. I was given the same training as everyone else in the Order. You are nothing but... No, I must not do this. After emotion, there is peace.
That's the problem with you Jedi. Always chanting about peace and control. Never up for a good fight. Well, except for Revan, I guess.
Enough, Mandalorian. I won't rise to your bait anymore. The game is over. Let us continue on with what we were doing.
Also, I don't actually know how to trigger it, so I will just tell you. The reason the Vulkars got Bastila is her lightsaber rolled under her seat, and she couldn't get at it in time. It's precisely as humiliating as you think it is, but it is at least something to keep in mind. I don't remember how to trigger the conversation where she admits that that's what happened. It might be one if you have her and Karth together. There's a lot of inter-party dialogue, but it's interesting, but I just don't care enough to wander around with certain party members until it triggers. I don't believe HK's has any, unfortunately. These people were not here before, were they? Maybe they were, and I just missed them.
Who are you? It doesn't matter. Can you handle a blaster? It may attack again at any second. I doubt we could hold out on our own against another wave of them.
Okay, apparently Tatooine hires Scots.
You would be right. Came out of nowhere. Wait, damn it. Here they come again. How did they do that?
Oh, I needed a melee shield. There we go. I'm gonna have to see about actually, like, buying more of the melee shields. And Bastila goes. She should still, yep, get up. Do what I tell you to do! Oh, this is not good.
I'm here.
Bastila! Oh, for crying out loud. This is why I saved before doing this.
You're dead.
I kind of forgot how ridiculous that one is.
I guess I'm lucky to be alive. No more of this for me, that's for sure.
I think not saving the captain broke the quest, but with all due respect, fuck that.
What can I do?
Ah, so we meet again, Captain. It has been quite a long time.
Joggy?
Hi! Okay, apparently Canderous is needed to not be on the loading dock to trigger. That's different. That would explain why it wasn't triggering though, wouldn't it?
He was a warrior under my command up to the Battle of Althir. But I thought...
You thought I was dead, didn't you? You thought all of us that you had sent on that attack had perished.
Oh, this is going to be a fight.
You sent us to die in a foolish attack, while you directed your forces elsewhere. You broke from the battle plan and let us die for it, so that you could have the honor of being the first to kill the enemy commander. I alone realized what was happening, and managed to escape the trap before it closed. The trap he set for his own men.
I did what was prudent at the time. If I had not done it, the battle would have...
The battle would have been won anyway. I am tired of your excuses, Canderous. I have spent years tracking you down since the clans were banished, and I will not rest until I've had my vengeance.
Well, we're not on the loading dock, and it's triggered, so I don't know what to tell you.
I am not afraid of you, and if you choose, you can die by his side as well. I challenge you, Canderous. I challenge you to fight the fight you fled that day above Althir, in the dune seas of Tatooine. I will be waiting for you.
We are.
I have spread the news of the challenge since I learned you had landed on this world. All the surviving Mandalorian clans know of what I do here, and that we shall meet on Tatooine to settle this
We're
debt
on
of vengeance
Tatooine!
Once and for all. If you fail to meet me there, you shall be stripped of all honor and forever cast out of our society. It will be you and me alone in the dune seas of Tatooine. A final battle that can only end in death. I shall be waiting for you there, Canderous.
Yeah, like... apparently Canderous doesn't trigger on the loading dock. The guy says it also won't trigger on Tatooine. We're on Tatooine and it should trigger, so I don't know what to say. Either the guide's wrong or the game is glitching to all hell again, which... I could believe either. Alright, so we need to go to the Dune Sea, where we killed the original Krayt Dragon. It might be that it's glitched. I don't know. I don't remember where Canderous is triggered before. I feel like if I would have actually walked off the loading dock, it might have worked, but I don't know. I'm just grateful it actually triggered. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, like that was like I'll fight you on the dune seas of Tatooine. Like we're on Tatooine right now. I mean, we saw the Sand People glitch earlier. It's entirely possible that something with the trigger is just really screwed up. Oh look, Hello's stuff is still here. But I mean, it triggered, and that's what I wanted to happen. So, hopefully if people actually, like, watch it, we will, we'll be able to see. This looks new. Okay.
How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing. Do you think I should? That would just lead to another argument. I always despise talking to her. I'll think about it. I don't want to talk.
Alright, so I thought I do have to actually talk to her about it. Oh, what now? If I walked into Candace's fight, I'm gonna be really upset. What? Okay, what? Okay, the game's gotta be glitched. This should not be happening. Darth Bandit is supposed to appear on the trigger before the star map or right after it, but he's not supposed to do that until the next planet. Why is he here? Oh, this is not good. We do not have a party for this. Oh, this is not good.
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure you may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you. But you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself. Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
I feel like I should point out this was originally a, I think it was like 2000s game on, I believe it was the Xbox. What I want to do is frag a grenade these people. Alright. What can I And Basil's dead. Okay, we don't need the melee shield, we need the dueling shield. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What?
See what I meant by having not a good party for this? I fucking hate Darth Bandon. He's just a stupid pain in the ass. What explains it?
Huh? This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Just fuck this fight.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
And of course it dragged us all this way. Come on. Come on, motherfucker.
Yeah?
What?
You're dead.
Oh, for fuck's sake! For fuck's sake, I fucking hate this fight! This is the stupidest piece of shit fight! Ugh! Skill tool, you put the... This is the stupidest piece of shit fight! I really hate, there is no... This should not be a thing that is happening! Oh my fucking god! Like, this is already fucking stupid enough, putting up this hard of a fight right after you've already drained yourself of resources. But glitching it here while I have the worst party and I can't do shit about it is so fucking stupid. I am so... I'm sorry I'm upset, but this is so fucking stupid. This is the worst fucking thing. Like, I literally, there's nothing I can do. This is just not a good party. This is not a good party setup. Especially because Bastila can't put on any fucking thing here. I'm so fucking upset. This is so fucking stupid. This is so fucking stupid. Okay. We're going to put the mines down a little closer this time. I wouldn't be so mad if it didn't fucking drag everybody right in melee range! That's not what you fucking do! That is not a thing you do in any game for any reason. You do not do that shit. That actively discourages a player from trying to be strategic because, hey, guess what? You basically ruined their strategy, and now this fucking thing ruined the whole thing, and now I have to completely load. It's not what you fucking do. That's not a thing you fucking do.
This is gonna be good. 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 This is gonna be good.
This is so fucking bullshit. I hate it. Alright, let's...
What? What can I do?
What?
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah?
What can I do?
Huh?
And if this doesn't fucking do it, I'm going to fucking scream.
Yes?
Yes.
And you know what? Follow me over here. Follow me over here, you pieces of shit. I wouldn't be so pissed off if they couldn't heal. That's just too much bullshit on top of everything else.
What can I do?
Now that...
You can't do this! You cannot pull bullfuck like this.
What can I do?
And this fucker won't stay... This fucker won't stay stunned! This is so fucking stupid!
I'm here.
Kill the fucker, Maxwell. Thank you. Fuck's sake. I'm just gonna there.
The Force fights with me!
And my character's glitching out where she's not actually doing anything, it's not helping either. Oh, for fuck's sake, use your fucking skills!
Yes. You shall fall.
Fucking do something!
Yes.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah?
What can I do? The Force fights with me. So be it.
That was so motherfucking stupid. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you. Oh my fucking god. Just fuck. Fuck you. Give me the fucking armor. It sort of restricts my force powers. Because of course it fucking does. I love this game, I really do, but oh my god, fuck that! I don't know what in the world made the game glitch that fucking badly, but fuck that! Darth Bandon showing up here was bad enough, but the game glitching to where this character would actively not take actions, that was just the icing on the motherfucking cake. At least I didn't burn through as many supplies as I could have, but fuck that. Fuck that. Oh my fucking god. Just... oh my fucking god. That's also why I don't do Manon last, because that motherfucker is not only in an enclosed space, he's behind a fucking door. So you don't even get a warning when you're about to fight him. You just open a door and he's fucking there. Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry for the profanity, but I am incredibly upset right now. Oh my fucking god. I feel like in seeing that one review where they say like one thing and you just start screaming "fuck you" over and over again.
Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit. You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something. Why should she have the holocron?
Is it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother. All right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous. I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Especially not someone as gifted as you, your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Bastila. I did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Bastila. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before I
know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Oh. You said you had important business, and you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me? You make her let you. She's too much like her father in that respect.
Where are you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits.
Bastila.
Go to Coruscant and find a doctor. I'll meet you there after what I have to do.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again, then we can talk.
All right, I will. You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
I would have ponied up a little bit, but okay. I literally took 2 steps and she wants to talk.
How can I help? Yes. It brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn.
I would have ponied up some extra credits too if Bastila had asked. She didn't need to give her mother everything she had. Okay. The Dune Seas. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do... Again?
How can I help?
Okay. My mic slipped. I think it slipped when I was just screaming my head off at that. But can you really blame me for being upset? Anyways, I'm gonna go see if I can buy some more mines. And we'll see about getting rid of Joggy. Holy Jesus fuck, though. Ugh. I probably shouldn't sell that. I don't know who'd use it, I guess, is just the issue. Like, do I have anybody who can... If this restricts force powers, none of the Jedi is gonna use it, and I'm not gonna use it. What I'm wearing is better. Actually, maybe it's not. There's not a... I'll keep the fiber armor and the, and that. That's for Bastila, and we can just toss this stuff. Alright, nobody. None of these were good for anybody. Stimulants, Durasteel, and a shield for HK because you can actually now use it. Sorry for going quiet though. That was just a little bit much for me to take. Can you at least hear me okay now? Or did it like unplug or something? Okay. And a gas mine is all it's got. That's fantastic. Okay, Murder Droid, let's see what you can do here. Alright, so somewhere in the Dune Sea, I think he said, which I don't know where that is. I think that's where the Krayt Dragon was. I'm gonna laugh if it's where Darth Bandon spawned and where Cala Nord spawned and just Darth Bandon, like, took priority.
Good.
Okay. I doubt he'd set up where the sand people are, so... Probably somewhere over here in this Dune Sea. $10 says that just to make my day worse, it's going to make me send HK away. But if it does do that, I'm just going to save and quit. Because, ugh, that bullshit. I don't see Joggy out here. Jaggy? Whatever. And he's not over here. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna see if Jolee has any more old man crazy to tell us. Then we'll do this next time.
Got something on?
Nope. Need to level up some more. That's enough of that, I think.